Hi, I'm Georgie Ryan-Casling, the Head of Content for Witekio, and I'm delighted to be joined here by the Yocto Project. Do you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you do at the project?
Sure. Hi, I'm Andy Woffer. I am the chair of the Yocto Project, and so that means just cat herding our wonderful members and the community and trying to get the best out of the Yocto Project for everyone.
Well, I can tell you we're at Embedded World, we're obviously outside, but why we're outside is because the booth is banging. There are so many people there, I couldn't get through to it. So why is it so popular?
So Yocto's been around for over 10 years now, and it's primarily known as a tool for the embedded space to build a custom operating system, Linux-based operating system. And it's actually our first time as the project at Embedded World. So it was very much, let's test the water, see how things go. And yeah, it's been crazy busy. As you said, the booth is just packed, which is great. We've met lots of existing customers, existing users, should I say, and members, community folk, companies that we just didn't know were using Yocto, new people that want to use Yocto, want to learn about Yocto, and we even had some random people running by, whooping and cheering for us, which was great. So yeah, it's been very busy, and just been a great week.
But if someone's like chanting like Yocto, Yocto, that's pretty good.
It wasn't quite the chant, but it was like, keep up the good work, woohoo, and off he goes kind of thing. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, thanks very much.
It must be really nice to get that feedback.
It is, absolutely. The feedback's been brilliant. We've had such great engagement, both from a technical perspective, but also from a personal perspective, talking to people and working with people.
Yeah, amazing. So obviously, your website is full of top tips, and like you said, it's very user-centric. But for us and for the people watching, what are kind of the inside key features or benefits that you love the most?
So we recently introduced in kind of response to the cyber acts coming out of the White House and out of the EU, SBOM support. Out of the box, so software building materials. It's becoming a mandatory requirement for both government and business, and so out of the box within the Yocto project, as part of your builds, you get a full SBOM there, so you can check licenses of all the software that's installed, check actually the versions of everything that's installed, the CVE vulnerabilities. Are they applicable to you easily, etc.? So that's a key piece of that I think actually works brilliantly for everyone, and it means that your time to market is much quicker because you're already compliant with a lot of these regulatory requirements.
Obviously, you talk about the fact that you have loads of volunteers and the developers, and some of the Witekians are actually volunteers as well, which is amazing. With software becoming more and more complex, what is the kind of long-term plan? Is it just an army of volunteers?
Well, other than the usual, taking over the world and world domination is always great, but it gets a bit boring after you do it a few times.
Of course, you're succeeding.
Yeah. So believe it or not, we have a huge community around the Yocto project, but core contributors is probably where we are lacking the most. Yes, we appreciate and we understand that it's quite a hockey stick learning curve to be fully a master of the trade within the Yocto project, but we are increasing our training. We are looking for more contributors, always welcome. And so we have a 5-year plan that we're working towards to try and grow the core maintainer base, and so that there's no single point of failure anywhere. Expand into areas that out of our comfort zone. Maybe try and get into the cloud a little bit more, or let's look at expanding what we're doing in the automotive space or in the embedded space, any particular segment within the embedded space, we're open. You know, robotics, absolutely. Let's take over the world with robots and Yocto. So
more and more.
Indeed, you know, double win.
Yocto. Okay, and then I think the last thing to touch on really is about long-term maintenance. So obviously, as an embedded software company that specialises in, you know, tailored software for OEMs, we get asked long-term maintenance a lot. Obviously, you've got LTS. Some of them
Absolutely.
are coming to the end. Any plans?
So, long-term maintenance is always a tricky one because it's actually quite costly. And so the project provides 2 years long-term support for free. We extended the first LTS to 4 years through after listening to our membership and community. Whether we extend the current LTS is to be decided. But we kind of view it that we offer 2 years for free, maybe 2 to 4 years for free, but we have a large list of both paying members and also smaller companies that are active within the Yocto community that can provide additional support, right?
Of course.
And we want to encourage our members' companies to thrive and succeed in the space. So we have to balance what we can provide as a project with the limited resources that we have and what our wider ecosystem can provide to help ensure that the project is viable, it has a vibrant community, etc. So if you have a question around, we want 10 years support, long-term support, you can reach out to the project and we can provide you with a list of members and partners that can help satisfy your needs.
Which includes Witekio, so we're all good. That was a good segue. Amazing, thank you so much, and I hope the rest of the show is great for you.
Thanks very much.
Yocto.